All right, guys. So you're welcome to another exciting 10 trade webinar. My name is Tobi Okunuga, and tonight I'll be your facilitator for this event. I'll be taking you through very, very quickly the concept of risk management. All right, risk management is what we're talking about today. And then we should be done in, let's say, in an hour max. And in this 1 hour of content, I'll do my possible best to delve into every aspect of risk management, right? I say it a lot. Risk management is a foundation of your success as a trader. Okay, it doesn't matter if you have a good trading strategy, you have a system that is 100% win rate. Okay, if you don't have risk management, then you are doomed eventually. All right. But on a more realistic note, there isn't any system that is 100%. All right. That is why you need to consider risk first before you start placing trades. An average trader would consider how much he or she is going to make, right, before considering how much he or she is going to lose. All right. So that is a major foundation for people blowing accounts. So what I want to help you achieve tonight is to help you reduce the rates at which you blow account. If you are here and you are still blowing account, once you start using risk management, I can guarantee you that you start seeing some level of consistency with your trading, right? It is a missing link between profitable traders and traders that blow account. All right. There is no holy grail anywhere. There's no 100% trading strategy. There's no 90% trading strategy. All right. So it does not matter how poor your trading system is. If you have good risk management, you find out that you will be profitable. And then we'll go over all of the risk management concepts tonight. All right. So the first aspect of risk management that I'll be talking about tonight, guys, is the concept of how do you figure out the right lot size that you should be using per trade. Right, that's the first aspect I'll be talking about, right? Determining the right lot size, all right, per trade. Everybody listening to me right now should have an idea of this particular concept. And before you take a trade, you should know how much you are willing to lose. All right. And that will help you with your emotions, with managing your emotions a whole lot. It will help you with your psychology. All right. We'll talk more about that later. Now, the second aspect that I'll talk about under risk management is the concept of having good risk to reward. All right. Good risk to reward. And why is it effective for you to have a good risk reward? So these two concepts are what we're going to deal with tonight, and then it will help you form a very, very interesting perspective of risk management, help you add risk management into your trading plan, because most of us that trade in the financial market don't have risk management. Do you know that the big banks and financial institutions, hedge funds, the people that are really moving the market, the major market participants, do you know that they have a team or a department that is totally for risk management? That means they employ people, analysts, just to help them manage their risk very, very well. But you as a trader that you are competing against these top guns out there, you don't even understand what risk is. You feel that the forex market is, piece of cake. Like I say, I like to be very, very realistic with forex trading. The only way you make money while trading Forex is because someone else is losing money, right? And the hedge funds, the banks, the CBN, everybody that is involved in the Forex market, they are also there to make money. And they will only make money if maybe another hedge fund loses money, or maybe you as a retail trader, you lose money. Okay, so, and everybody that is a market participant, we all lose money at various points in time. But what will keep us in the game for much longer is the concept of risk. Very, very important. And I hope that once we start dealing with this concept, you realize where you've been, doing it wrong, and then you add it to your trading plan so that you can, so that you can optimize your trading plan. All right. So let's talk about the first concept, guys, how to determining the right lot size you should be using on every trade that you place. All right. And then to really help you put this into perspective, I want to recommend that as a Forex trader, all right, trading with 10 trade, all right, you want to have two types of accounts, account types. All right, you want to have an account that is conservative. You want to have a conservative account, and then you want to have an aggressive account. All right, and I'm going to explain why. I'm going to explain why. You want to have a conservative account, and then you want to have an aggressive account. What is conservative account? What is aggressive account? Now, an account that is conservative is an account where you are not taking huge risk. Your goal on an account that is conservative is to grow that account steadily. All right. So you're not trying to flip an account that is conservative. Meanwhile, on your aggressive account is an account where you are trying to flip that account. That means you're trying to turn maybe $100 into, let's say, $5,000 in a week or in 2 weeks. All right. Now, the mistake that most people make is that you have just one trading account with the broker. And then on that same account, you are trying to be conservative and aggressive at the same time, not knowing that it takes a different mindset or psychology for you to trade both accounts, right? If you are trading an account that is conservative, it's a different mindset you need to have, okay, from trading an account that is aggressive, right? It's also going to be a different kind of risk that you need to be taking on both accounts, all right? So when considering risk, you want to have separate accounts for these purposes. And then I'm going to give you recommendations. We'll go into details about this right now. Now, on an account that is conservative, I said you are trying to grow these accounts steadily, steady growth. So typically, on an account that is conservative, you are trying to make anywhere from 5 to 20% profits on a monthly basis. Okay, which is outstanding results, by the way, right? Now, let me just digress a bit. When it comes to retail traders, we tend to be very, very unrealistic regarding returns. We tend to be very, very greedy. And that's why we lose money to the market a lot. Do you know that an average hedge fund is very, very happy if they're able to make 10% profit in a year? Okay, and like anywhere from 10 to 20% profits in a year, they'll be ecstatic. That means they are fine with 1 to 2% profit on a monthly basis. But an average trader, an average forex trader, that is a retail trader, because we have bills to pay, all right, you need cash. You want to travel out and jackpot. You're trying to turn $100 into $10,000 as fast as possible. So you're trying to make like 1,000% in a month or more, right? Which is very, very possible. But for most people that do it, is very, very unrealistic. okay, because they don't understand psychology and they don't have the right risk management in place to achieve that result. Okay, but now on an account that you want to be conservative on, that means your goal is to make anywhere from 5 to 20% in a month. Let's look at it in a monthly perspective. Now, my recommendation is that on this type of account, you want to be risking 1% to 5% per trade. That means your goal is to risk a maximum of 5% of your account per trade. So if you are trading an account of $1,000, that means when you take any trade at all, the maximum you want to lose on that trade is $50 if you choose to risk 5% per trade. If you choose to risk 1% per trade, and you're trading an account size of $1,000. Okay, so that means the maximum that you should lose on that trade is 10%, right? Is $10 rather. 1% of $1,000 is $10. 5% of $1,000 is $50. Okay. Meanwhile, on aggressive accounts, on every trade that you place, okay, you want to risk anywhere from 10%, right, to 20% per trade, okay, because you are trying to flip these accounts. Now, you are also flipping. So flipping accounts does not mean that you should throw risk management out of the window. All right, so I'll be showing you, for people that are aggressive here, you are trying to flip accounts. How do you flip accounts the right way so that one trade does not just, you don't lose your account on just one trade? All right, I'll show you how to have a consistent career as someone that wants to flip accounts. Okay, so let us go further. Now, when you are looking at an account that is conservative, okay, let's do quick mathematics, right? If you choose to risk 5% per trade, okay, 5% per trade, how many trades will you need to lose in order to blow your account? How many trades will you need to lose consecutively in order to blow your account? Give me your answer in the chat box, guys. You are risking 5% of your account per trade. For you to blow that account, blowing account means for you to lose all the capital that you have in that account. How many trades will you need to lose back to back? Solomon said 20. Chuchobu said 20 times. Good. Who's on their side? Who has a different answer? All right. Just said 20 times. Yeah. So that is 5% times 20. So that'll give you 100. Now, I also like to ask this question. Do you believe for somebody that has a trading strategy, or let's say a system that is averagely good or a bit below average, do you think it is realistic to lose 20 trades back to back? Type in a yes or no in the chat box. Do you think it is possible to lose 20 trades back to back? Okay, Solomon said no. Okay, Dine told him, he said yes. Okay, who else has an answer? Let me get your response, guys. Joseph said, some days you win, sir. Ezekiel said no. Okay, now I'll be very, very honest with you, right? I've interacted with a lot of traders. I've interacted with a lot of traders so I've been trading since 2018. I've also been teaching since 2020. So let's say 3 years of mentorship. All right. If you have a trading strategy, okay, that is, let's say 40%, you have a 40% win rate, and then you are following your trading strategy I mean, you are following your trading plan. I've not seen anybody that has blown accounts and then they blew that account because they lost 20 trades in a row. That's if they are considering, they are putting risk into perspective. I've not seen it. Ask yourself, I believe that, okay, so let me ask a question. Let's be very, very sincere. If you are on this webinar right now and then you've blown account at a point in life, type in blow in the chat box. If you've ever blown accounts, type in blow. Me, I've blown several accounts, so I'm not afraid to admit I've blown an account before. But let me get your response, guys. Joseph said overblow. Someone said blow. Who has blown an account? Okay, good. Now, the account that you've blown, did you, before you blew that account, did you lose 20 trades back to back? Type in a yes or no. Did you lose 20 trades in a row to blow that account? No, right? So people that blow accounts and then let's say you are being conservative is not because you lost 20 trades in a row. So I don't believe that if you have a trading strategy, okay, you can lose 20 trades in a row. You would only do that if you are trading outside your strategy or you're trading with your emotions or you don't even have a plan. But if you have a plan, losing 20 trades in a row is the chances. Okay, so don't let me rule out the possibility, but I would say that the chances of you losing 20 trades back to back has to be less than 1%. All right, that means, guys, it might, for people that have a trading strategy and then they're following that plan and they have risk in place, it might be impossible for you to ever blow your account. All right, which will help us draw this conclusion that one major reason why you blow accounts, or one of the reasons why we blow account, is because at the point where we blew our accounts, we were not thinking about risk, or we didn't have a risk management plan. You were just going to your empty platform, and then you're just using any kind of lot size, right? You are using lot size without even calculating how much you will lose if this trade goes against you. All right. So that's to help us put this into perspective, right? When you decide to be a conservative trader, risking 1% to 5% per trade, it might be very, very impossible for you to actually blow your account. The chances will be very, very slim. If you are risking 1% per trade, that means for you to blow that account, you need to lose 100 trades consecutively. That might be impossible, except there's something wrong with you. That's only when you lose 100. Losing 100 trades back to back, it seems very, very impossible for someone that's a forex trader that knows what he's doing. All right. So when you decide to trade conservatively, the chances of you blowing your account will greatly reduce. All right. And that's because you started implementing risk management. All right. So the question now is that how do I determine the amount of risk that I should take per trade? If I choose to risk 1% per trade, how do I do it? If I choose to risk 5% per trade, how do I do it? All right. So we'll go to that shortly. Now, on an account that you decide to be aggressive on, right, you want to risk a minimum of 10% per trade, 10% to 20% per trade. All right. Now, if you are risking 10% per trade, that means on an account that is aggressive, if you are risking 10% per trade, for you to completely blow that account, you need to lose 10 trades consecutively. All right. To blow an account that you are risking 10% on, you need to lose 10 trades back to back. All right. And I'll tell you the fact, the chances of you doing that, okay, has to be about, 40 to 50%. Losing 10 trades back to back. There's a possibility there. It's actually very, very possible. Okay. You can have a losing streak. Now, one thing that risk management should also teach you is that whenever you have a losing streak means that you are losing trades back to back, and it happens at different market cycles. All right. Whenever you find yourself in a losing streak and you've lost 3 trades back to back following your strategy, don't trade. Okay, leave trading for that particular moment and wait for market to give you a different setup, maybe the next day or the next week. Okay, when you find yourself in a losing streak, you've lost 3 trades back to back, and those losses were not because you did not follow your strategy. You followed your strategy. Okay, when you lose 3 trades back to back, stop trading. Okay, stop trading and take a day off. Okay, come back the following day and look for another trading opportunity. Okay, because if you keep trading that particular day, it will be very, very hard for you not to, it's very, very hard for you not to just disown your trading plan. You'll be trying to get back at the market. You'll be trying to kill the market, or like trying to revenge. Okay, and at that point in time, it might be hard for you to even follow your risk plan. Okay, it's very, very hard. Okay, now risking 10% per trade, that means you need to lose 10 trades consecutively. If you are risking 20% per trade, that means you need to lose 5 trades consecutively. Now, aggressive, it's called aggressive because now in an aggressive account, the chance of you actually having a losing streak is very, very high. And then you'd also need, a level of a stronger mindset to trade an aggressive account profitably. Now, on an account that you want to trade aggressive on, you want to fund money that you are willing to lose. All right. So if you fund your account with $100, just forget about having that particular money. Okay. And how it works for me and other people is that now when you're trading an account that you want to be aggressive on, have a particular goal in mind. Why are you trading that account? Right? Are you trying to buy a car? How much is a car? Is a car $5,000? Are you trying to travel out of the country? Is your cost of traveling out, let's say $5,000? Are you trying to, buy a house? How much is that house? So have a target for your aggressive account. So let's say your account, your target is $5,000. Okay, 5,000. So you are trying to $5,000. Oops, sorry guys. Hold on. 5,000. So you are trying to turn $100 to $5,000. So when you fund an account with $100 and you decide to be aggressive on that particular account, you want to completely forget that you have $100. Okay, so that mindset would help you go ahead with this amount of risk. Okay, so your mindset is that you don't have $100 anymore. So you are now going to be focusing on how you make this 5K with the $100. Okay, but an account that you want to be conservative on is an account whereby the money that you're going to be making is for maybe day-to-day expenses. All right, that's why your goal is to grow this account by 5 to 20% on a monthly basis. So let us go ahead and do this very quickly. So how do you know the right lot size that you should use on any trade? Okay, regarding your risk, you want to use a tool called the position size calculator. Okay, position size calculator. So this tool is what will help you calculate the lot size you should be using based on the risk that you choose. So let's do that real quick. So you just want to go to your browser. Okay, so let me share my browser and then use together. So you go to your browser and then you want to search for the keyword position size calculator. So position size calculator. Okay, when you search for it, the first is usually going to be the first item on the search results. It's a website, it's a web page on my FX book. You can see it. Position calculator, my FX book. So you click on it. There's also the mobile app version, by the way. So when you go to your Google Play Store or your Apple Store, just search for this keyword. You see a lot of apps that will do the same thing, and they work with the same concept. So now, when you get to this particular website, they're going to ask you for some details as regards your trade for that particular time. So you'll be asked for the currency pair that you are trading. Okay, so what is the pair that you are trading? So let's select another pair. Let's select you are trading GBP JPY. Your account currency is in USD. All right. Account size. At the point where you're about to take that particular trade, how much is in your balance? Balance, not equity, your balance. Right? So let's say we are trading an account of $500. Risk ratio in percentage is on that particular trade. How much are you willing to risk? What is your percentage risk? Are you trying to be conservative or aggressive? And then I give you those parameters, right? Is it, if you are being conservative, anything from 1 to 5%, if you have been aggressive, from 10% to 20%, right? So let's start from conservative. So I want to risk 3% of my account per trade on this particular trade. Okay, so you put 3 there. Now, next question is your stop loss. Your stop loss in pips. All right, so your stop loss in pips is the value of your stop loss from your entry. So let me do this. So this is your entry. So you want to take a sell order, and then you are selling from it. So that means price will be going down, making profit. And then over here at the top is your stop loss, right? Over here at the bottom is your take profit, all right? So when you measure pips, the value of your pips, from your entry, this is your entry, right? From your entry to your stop loss, what is the value in pips? Okay, so let's say this is 10 pips, for example. So 10 pips from your entry to stop, so you put it all the way there. So, and for each trade that you place, the value of your stop loss usually will be different. So that means what you put here on every time based on your trade should be different, right? So let's say 10 pips. Trade size here is 1, leave it as default 1. Once you are done with this, you click on calculate. All right. Now check out what is here under results. All right. So over here, the sizing is what you want to focus on. The sizing is giving you the lot size you should be using. Okay, so over here it says, if you are to risk 3% of your accounts on this particular trade, the lot size that you should be using is 0.2 lot. Okay, and then if you lose this trade, what you will lose is $15 from your $500, which is 3% of your account. Okay. Someone is asking a question. I understand what you're saying, but please, can you go to your MT4 so we can see that PIP stuff? Please, sir, I'm a bit confused. That'll be much later. Okay. That'll be much later, but I'll see if I can do that. Let's finish this particular concept first. Okay. Now, the value of your lot size will be different based on all of these parameters here. Now, this is for GBP JPY. Let's say you have the same amount of capital and everything for a different pair. So let's say you are trading a pair like GBP NZD. So let's say from GBP JPY to GBP NZD, and then you click on calculate. You can see for GBP NZD, the lot size has changed from 0.20 to 0.24. If I'm trading Euro USD, or let's say GBP USD, for example, okay, it's to see it has changed to 0.15. So different currency pair will give you different value for the lots you are supposed to be using. When you change your risk ratio as well, when you change any parameter here, the value of your lot size is going to change. Okay, it's going to change. So let's say you want to increase your risk from 3 to, let's say, 5%. Click on calculate. You can see it's now 0.25. For people that want to be aggressive, you can choose your risk ratio, let's say 15%, for example, 15. Okay, you can see you should use 0.75 on this particular account. I want to recommend that if you are putting risk management into perspective, and you choose to be aggressive, I think it is completely reckless for you to risk more than 20% of your account per trade on an account that you intend to flip. Okay, don't put yourself in a scenario that you are risking 50% of your account per trade or 100%. Okay, if you are doing that, it is either you are being too overconfident or you are just gambling. Okay, because you do not control the market. I said that a lot, and trades will not always go your way. The best traders out there still lose a lot of trades. All right, so people that make money consistently trading forex is not because they don't lose trades. And I like to also reiterate that there is no, when you go to YouTube and then you start coming across all these content creators on YouTube, in an effort to get you to watch that video, they'll tell you that they have a system that gives them 95% win rate. Some will even say 99.9% win rate. Some will tell you 80%. I'm very sad to burst your bubbles this night, guys. There is no 98% win rate. It does not exist. Okay, there's no holy grail to forex trading. All right, everybody loses trades. Even the market makers, okay, they lose trades a lot on a daily basis. All right, not talk of we as retail traders. And I tell people out there, the best that I think anybody can do as a retail trader is a 60% win rate. And if you are doing 60% win rate, that means you are on top of your game. I mean, you must have a system that is very, very solid. Okay, that's very, very, because for people that claim that they have a win rate of 98%, then that means when they take 10 trades, their system is guaranteeing them that they'll win 9 trades minimum. Trust me, guys, if I have a system that can give me that kind of win rates, I would go to the central bank and borrow a lot of money. I'll talk to my family, everybody will contribute, will drop land, like a lot of collateral. I'll have a lot of guarantors. I'll go to the bank and then borrow, let's say $10 million. Right? Because I know that my trading system is 98% profitable. That means it's sure that I'll win 9 out of 10. And if I know that truthfully my system will give me that kind of win rates, that means I don't have a business being conservative, right? That means I want to be aggressive. And at that point, I wouldn't even be using 20% as my risk. I'll be using, let's say, 40% risk, because I know that my system is 98% profitable. That means when I take 10 trades, I'll win 9. So even the one that I lose, I'll cover up for it. All right. So that means in a year or in a few months, I'll be richer than Dangote. I'll be richer than Bill Gates and Elon Musk. All right. So everybody claiming that they have a win rate of 98%, how much are they really making? Are they really making money? If truly they have that kind of win rate, they should be known globally right now as, you know, as the #1 millionaire in the world. It just does not exist. That's the reality, okay, of forex trading. There is no 98% win rate. The best you can do, and this is me being very, very generous, the best you can do is 60%. The holy grail to trading forex is to have a good risk management. And then we'll talk about the other aspect shortly. It doesn't matter your win rate. If you have a good risk management plan in place, you still come out very, very profitable if you have an average win rate trading strategy. Okay, so using this tool is what will help you calculate your lot size. So every time that you want to place a trade, you want to come here and know the lot size you want to use, and then put it on your MT5 platform, and then you trade. It's as simple as that. Okay, for an account that is conservative and aggressive, you do the same thing. Don't try and guess the lot size that you should use. Try not to guess. I know that's what most of us do. You just guess. Okay, maybe I'll use like 0.1. Don't guess. Don't give yourself a static lot size. Okay, don't use a static lot size. If you are being static, that means you are not really implementing a risk management plan. Okay, so use this tool, and to get the right lot size that you should be using. All right, perfect. So let us go to the next concept. The next concept I want to talk about is the concept of what? Risk to reward, which is where a lot of people fail. Okay, so having a good risk to reward. And I say that this is pretty much the holy grail that I'm talking about, having a good risk to reward. Now, let me start by saying the risk to reward you want to have as a forex trader is a minimum risk to reward of 1 to 3. Now, what do we mean by risk to reward? When it comes to forex trading, risk talks about your stop loss, and reward talks about your take profit. So, having said that, you want to optimize your trading plan, your trading system, to give you a minimum risk to reward of 1 to 3, ratio 1 to 3. So what it means is that if your stop loss is 10 pips, for example, okay, 10 pips stop loss, then your trading system should be able to provide for you, okay, at least 30 pips take profit. Okay, that is 1 to 3. Or if your stop loss minimum, okay, if your stop loss is, let's say, 40 pips, let's say you're a swing trader, 40 pips, right? Your take profit, your system should be able to give you a take profit of at least 120 pips. All right. The more the merrier. Okay, but minimum 1 to 3. If your system can give you 1 to 5, can give you 1 to 10, my brothers and sisters, that is fantastic. You realize that when you have a system that gives you good risk to reward, even if you have a win rate of 30% or 40%, right, you still come out very, very profitable. All right. Now, the reality out there for most traders is that the win rate that you have as a trader is somewhere around 40%. Okay. And again, this is me being very, very generous because most traders lose money. All right. Most traders would have a win rate of 40%. Okay, so that means when you take a sample of, let's say, 100 trades in total, right, you might win 40 trades and then lose 60 trades. All right, which is very, very low, by the way. But it's not going to matter if you have a good risk reward. You can have a win rate of 10% and still be very, very profitable with a good risk to reward. So what am I talking about? So let's do an example. Let's remove all of this. Okay. So let's say my win rate is 40%. Okay. And then I'm trading conservatively, conservative risk. And my risk per trade is 1%. Okay. Now, if my win rate is 40%, that means, so let's say I'm going to win 4, right? I'm going to lose 6. Okay. Now let's talk about risk reward. Okay. If my risk reward minimum is what? 1 to 3. Okay, so that means I've been able to optimize my trading system to deliver at least 1 to 3 risk to reward on every trade that I take. Okay, so that means on each trade I win, on each win, if I'm growing my account if my risk is 1%, all right, and then my risk to reward is 1 to 3. On each win that I make, I'm going to, the reward is 3 times my risk, Abby. So in that case, each win will give me 3% profit, right? And then each loss will give me 1% because I'm risking 1% loss. Okay, so when I win 4 trades, that'll be 4 times 3%, right? That'll give me 12% profit. And I lose 6 trades, that'll be 6 times 1% loss. That's 6% loss. That means with my very, very low win rate, right, I'll still be in profits of 6%, okay, at the end of the day, at the end of 10 trades. Okay, let me know if this example makes sense. Type in a yes in the chat box if you understand this particular concept. Type in a no if you don't understand this concept. Okay, I just give an example, summing together everything about risk management. If you don't understand, type in no in the chat box. Okay. So it looks like we all understand so far. Please don't be shy. If you don't understand, type in a no in the chat box. Andy understands. Kelechi understands. Solomon understands. Chukwebuka, Joseph Ezekiel understand. Perfect. All right. So let's do another example. Now, If never find yourself in a scenario whereby your risk to reward is 1-to-1 or 1-to-2. It's not going to help you. All right. Because like I said, your best bet is a win rate of 40%. The best bet for an average trader. Okay. Now, if you have a win rate, so let me just duplicate this. If you have a win rate of 40%, and then your risk to reward is 1-to-1, which is what the majority of traders today have. Most traders have or trade with a risk to reward of 1-to-1. That means if their stop loss is 20 pips, that take profit would also be 20 pips. All right. Some would even have a higher stop loss than risk. Some would even have a stop loss of 30 pips, and then they will have a take profit of 10 pips. That means they're even risking more than they'll be making. Look at it as a business, right? Why would you go into a business and then your risk is higher than your reward? That's not business. Okay, why would you start a business that the chance of you losing money is greater than the chance of you making money? It's not just a smart move. All right. People that will be in business for long have been able to reduce their risk and optimize their reward. All right. So likewise, in the Forex scene, you want to have a higher reward than your risk. Your risk should never be at par with your reward. It's never going to be a sustainable venture. Never. Never. All right. Now, if your risk reward is 1-to-1, and then you are risking 1% per trade with the same win rate, that means each win will give you 1% profit. Right, each win will give you 1% profit. Each loss will also give you 1% loss. So that means if you win 4 trades, that means you've only had 4% profit. If you lose 6 trades, you have 6% loss. So that means at the end of the day, you'll be in a loss of 2%. 2% loss. Okay. 2%. So that's why you lose trades or you blow accounts, because you don't have a solid risk to reward. You don't have a solid risk to reward. All right. So never ever have a risk reward of 1-to-1. So the work that you want to do is for you to optimize your trading system, your trading strategy, optimize it, okay, to give you a minimum risk to reward of 1-to-3. Of 1-to-3. Okay. So let's do an example of someone that has a win rate of 20%. So you have a win rate of 20%. Okay, so that means you win out of 10 trades, you are going to win just 2, and then you lose 8 trades. But you have a very, very good risk reward of, let's say, 1-to-10, for example. Okay, that's why I said that the holy grail to Forex trading is not to have a trading system that will give you very, very high win rates. That's not the holy grail. The holy grail is a trading system that can deliver high risk to reward. High risk to reward. That is the holy grail. If you find any system that can give you over 1-to-3, you are good. You don't have a problem again for life. Your trading career will be progressive, very, very progressive. All right. So you have a win rate of 20%. You are risking 1% per trade. And the risk to reward based on your trading strategy is 1 to 10. That means each win will give you, right, 1 times 10, right? So each win will give you 10% profit. And each loss will give you 1% loss. Okay, because your RR is 1 to 10, you make times 10 of your risk. Your reward is times 10 of your risk. So that's why each win is 10 times your risk. So each win will give you 10% profit, and each loss will give you 1% loss. Now, let me digress a bit before I go further. Now, in a scenario where you have a losing streak, let's say you lose 3 to 5 trades back to back, which is a norm actually. It happens to the best of us. You lose 3 to 5 trades back to back. If you have a risk to reward of 1 to 1, that means in order for you to recover those losses, you'll be under pressure to win 5 trades consecutively. Make sense? Let me take it again. When you have a losing streak, you are losing trades, maybe, you know, the market is just crazy. You know, there's a lot of stop hunting going on. And then every trade they are hitting you out, it's not your stop loss. It happens. You have a losing streak, you've lost 3 to 5 trades at the same time. And then your risk to reward is 1 to 1. In order for you to recover the losses of those 5 trades, that means you need to win 5 trades consecutively. That is a lot of pressure you are putting on yourself. All right? But if your risk to reward, so let's say you've lost 3 trades back to back, and then your risk to reward is 1 to 3. That means 1 trade that you win would help you recover all the losses that you've made. Having a good risk to reward will help you to manage your emotions properly, because you know that you only need to get it right once. That one time that you get it right, okay, it will cover up for all the losses that you've made. Okay, it helps you with your psychology. It helps you follow your plan. Okay, so that even though you are currently experiencing losses, you know that you just need to win 1 or 2 trades to be in profit. So it helps you stick to your plan. So this example, your win rate is 20%, your RR is 1 to 10. Okay, that means each win would produce 10% profit, and each loss would give you 1% loss. Okay, so your win rate is 20%. So that means you win 2 trades. You win 2 trades, and then you lose 8 trades. Okay, excuse me. So the 2 trades that you win, each win is giving you 10% profit. So times 2, that will give you 20% profit. So with the 2 trades that you won, you would have grown your account by 20%. Now, the 8 trades that you lost, okay, would have just given you 8% loss. So at the end of the day, you still be in profit of 12%. 12% profit. All right. I mean, you had a reckless win rate, like a win rate of 20%. So that's why it's not about your win rate. It's not about how, you know, the strength of your strategy in terms of wins, but it is in terms of the risk to reward that your trading system can deliver. All right. So if you are putting risk into perspective, you also need to optimize your trading system to deliver at least 1 to 3. And you must do that because your best bet is 40 to 60% win rate. You cannot win all your trades. And to help you with your emotions, with your psychology, you need it for yourself. 1, 2, 3. Guys, give me some feedback, guys. Do you understand what I'm saying? Are you following me, guys? Okay, type in yes if you follow. Let me know if we are on the same page. All right. You want to optimize your trading system to deliver at least 1 to 3. 1 to 3 is the barest minimum. So that means if you have something higher than 1 to 3, it's perfect. Okay, never trade 1 to 1. You'll be frustrated. Never trade 1 to 2. You will also be frustrated. Right? Minimum is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right? So, guys, that is the work that you have to do. All right. So, know the kind of account that you are trading. Is it an aggressive account or an account that is conservative? Okay, and know how much you are risking per trade, and then add that to a good risk to reward. Someone is asking, Kid is asking, where the problem is now is to grab the system that will give you 1 to 3 risk to reward. All right, so it's all about optimization. Okay, so optimize your trading system, and that will give you a very, very tight entry. Okay, so that is that's work that you have to do on your own, or you have to possibly learn a system that can do that for you. Okay, so optimize your trading strategy to give you a very, very tight stop loss. All right, so you might need to start trading with some additional concepts. Okay, like geometry. Okay, maybe start using Fibonacci. All right, or you start using some expansion tools, or you can get into smart money concepts, trading institutionally like the banks, trading market structure. Okay, so tonight is not for it's not for strategy, so I wouldn't really go into those concepts, but there are ways whereby you can optimize your trading system. I believe that sometime this week there will be another session on trading strategy, so you might also look out for those sessions, and then you learn how to optimize any system that you're trading with. All right, do we have any questions so far, guys? I can unmute you so you ask your question verbally, or you can just type in your questions in the chat box. Okay, so feel free to do that. So while we are waiting for possible questions, all right, so let me just show us something that might interest us before we end tonight's session. Now, it is a concept of compounding. Okay, compounding. Now, let me just show you the effectiveness of putting risk into perspective and giving you a very, very honest result, something realistic that you get. Because when some educators talk about compounding, they tend to be quite unrealistic about what they expect you to make. So now you want to go to a particular website, just go on your browser and then search for compound. Search for compound daily. Okay, on Google, search for compound daily. Joseph, I've seen it. Shortly, we'll do it. All right. Search for compound daily. So you see this website, compounddaily.org. Right? Compound daily interest calculator. So let me show you the results of putting risk into perspective. Right? A very, very realistic result that you can have in your trading career. Okay. So now you can see now this particular keyword here, this calculator is not built for Forex is built for, this banking, money, savings, and things like that. So we're going to be replacing some values here, okay, for our Forex terms. Now, for initial purchase amount, this will not be your trading capital. Okay, how much is in your trading account? So let's say $500. Okay, that's average for most traders, $500. Okay, so daily interest rate in percentage. This will be how much percentage profit you are making per trade. Daily interest rates in percentage, we'll talk about how much you are making per trade, your reward. Okay, so this will not be also based on either your risk. So if I'm being conservative and then I'm risking 5% per trade, okay, and my risk to reward is 1 to 3. So that means this will give me 15%, right? If I'm risking 5% per trade, and my system can give me 1 to 3. So that's 5 times 3. So that means my profit per trade is 15%. All right. Now, length of terms in days. Let's change this to number of trades. Number of trades. So let's say I'm trading for, let's say, 2 or 3 months, and then I'm trading, I took, let's say, 20 trades, or let's say 30 trades, for example. So 30 trades. Daily reinvest rate has to be your win rate. Okay, so let's say I have an average win rate of 50%. Now, what most educators would change this to is 100%, because they are assuming that you are going to win all your trades. But it is very, very unfair to think that traders will win all their trades. So let's say 50%. Very, very realistic plan. Okay. Now include weekends. That doesn't matter. So now once you are done with this, you click on calculate now. So what is the result that you get when it comes to compounding, and then you are putting risk into perspective? All right, check it out. Now, you started trading with $500. All right. Now, your money would have grown to $4,307 after 30 trades. After 30 trades, you would have grown your $500 into this lot, right? After 30 trades, you would have made a profit of over $3,800 after 30 trades, which is a massive result, by the way. So for you, 30 trades might happen in 1 week. Maybe you're a scalper or something like that. It might happen in a week. It might happen in a month or 2 months or a year. It depends on whatever you're doing. Let's say you are trading a large account of, let's say, $5,000 for people that are trading prop firms. So let's say you are trading a prop firm account of 5K, or let's be realistic with prop firms, let's say $10,000. You are trading a prop firm account of $10,000, and then let's say you are using a lower win rate. Okay, a lower win rate of a lower risk rather. So you are risking, let's say, 2% per trade with a minimum RR of 1 to 3. So that's 2 times 3. So that's 6%. So that means each trade will give you 6% profit. All right. After 30 trades with the same win rates, what will you have? Check it out. All right. You started trading with $10,000 with a very very low risk. After 30 trades, you would have grown your account to $24,000. That means after 30 trades, you would have made a profit of $14,000. So let's even say something realistic. Let's say you take 10 trades in a whole month with this rate, calculate. So in a month of doing this, right, you would have grown your account to $13,000. That means that month you made a profit of over $3,000 over the course of 10 trades. All right. This is a very, very realistic compounding tool. All right. So let's say for people that want to be aggressive, so another account, you are trading an account of $100, and then your risk is, let's say, 15% per trade, and your risk to reward is 1 to 3. So that's 15 times 3. That means each trade will produce 45% profit when you win the trade. Okay, with 10 trades and a win rate of 50%, that means this tool will put into consideration your wins and losses. There are times that you win 45% profit, and then there are times that you will also lose 15% of your account. Okay, so with a win rate of 50%, and then you choose to be aggressive and flip this account, after 10 trades, how much will your $100 be worth? Okay, click on calculate now. You can see after 10 trades, you would have grown your $100 to over $700. And this is including all of the losses that you've made. You can see once you do it, you can see losses is also there. Okay, I don't know if what I'm saying is makes it. Give me some feedback. Do you understand this particular tool set called the compound daily interest calculator? Okay, type in a yes if you understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, I'm just helping you put things into perspective to let you know that risk is very, very important. Okay, and this is very, very realistic for most people. All right, very realistic. So you want to put all of this in place. Andy says a bit confused. All right, so I understand your confusion. What I'm trying to do here is to show you, is to relate your risk and compounding. All right, so compounding is a system to, there's simple interest and then there's compound interest. So when you want to compound an account, so when you make a profit, you'll be reinvesting your profit into your capital, okay, to make more money. So you are reinvesting. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is to relate compound interest with your risk. Okay, how much can you make on the long run when you have a good trading system and then a good risk management plan in place? So that's what we are doing here. And then there are different tools that can help you do compound calculators, right? But I like this particular one, and I recommend that you also go there. So let me copy and paste the link in the chat box. Okay, compounddaily.org/calculator. All right, so the link is on the chat box. You can just do a screenshot or copy and paste somewhere. All right, so let me do it one more time. So you'll be taken to this particular form here. Now, for initial purchase amount, you're going to put your capital. How much are you trading with? So let's say I'm trading with $1,000. Okay. Now, your daily interest rate in percentage is when you make a profit, how much profit will you make in percentage? And how much profits you make, we talked about that in the last section. where we talked about your risk to reward and how much you are risking per trade. That will determine how much you will make. So if my risk to reward is 1 to 3, right? And then I'm risking, let's say 5% per trade. So that means on each trade that I win, I'm going to grow my account by 15%. That is 5 times the 3 reward, right? So over here, let's put 15%. Okay, 15. So length of time in days is talks about the number of trades, because we are considering compounding. So the number of trades. So let's say 10 trades. Daily reinvest rate is, in this case, your win rate. And then we said 50%. Then click on calculate. Once you do that, it will give you a realistic amount of what you will make after a period of 10 trades. If you choose 20 trades, this is how much that you can make after taking 20 trades. It will give you all of those information here. Is it a bit clear, Andy? Let me know your feedback in the chat box. Do you understand it a bit better? Should be clear, Andy. Okay. So guys, this is all about risk management that you need to focus on right now. The lot size that you should be using, and then your risk to reward. Lot size you should be using, and then your risk to reward. Okay, risk to reward is the holy grail. If there is any holy grail in forex trading, it is risk to reward, not win rates. And then we've had time to really talk about that, okay, today. So I want to recommend, guys, that you want to watch the replay of this class. It's been a very, very value-packed session, I believe, for most of us. You want to watch the replay of this session. The replay is going to be available on 10 Trade YouTube channel by tomorrow. Also, look out for the link to the replay on our WhatsApp groups and on Telegram groups as well, to get direct access to the video. So watch it again till you understand everything that has been taught. When you start implementing this concept, it will set you apart from every other trader out there. It is not about your trading, your risk separates the winners on the long run from the losers. So if you want to have longevity in this space as a forex trader, you want to have a solid risk management plan. And we've dealt with those concepts tonight, right? Like I said, every other market participant, the hedge funds, the big banks, they have a whole department for risk assessment, risk management. They are very, very big on risk analysts. So if you are also competing in that same space that these big boys are competing, and you don't have a risk management plan, you will not last. All right. So what will guarantee your consistency, your longevity, is to have risk in place, right? When you implement this concept that you learned tonight, okay, you will start seeing the results. All right, guys, if you've gotten value in tonight's session, give me some feedback, guys. Type in value in the chat box. If you learned something new this night, type in value in the chat box. Okay, give me some feedback, guys. Joseph, thank you so much. Who else has gotten value in this session? Okay. I'm not seeing our response. Okay, good. Joshua got value. Who else got value, guys? Andy said big value. Awesome. Thank you. All right. So let's go into our trading with this mindset and start implementing right? You learn so much tonight. It will make a difference in your trading if you don't implement it. So find a way to start implementation. This week, start implementing it. And then you start seeing the results. Okay. Do we have any questions, guys? Any other questions? Joseph, we would talk about your own much later, not in tonight's class. Don't worry. Just chat me up, okay? Second, so just any other questions, guys? Any other questions? All right. So no questions. So let me appreciate everybody for coming to this session. I want to appreciate your presence and for being here from the beginning to the end. That speaks a lot about the fact that we want to learn. And I wish us all the very best in our trading career. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to your account officer, okay? And then we'll furnish you with every information that you need. All right. So Tentric cares about your trading. We care about the results that you'll be getting. And that's why we do daily webinars, right? Every single day, Tentrade has at least 2 sessions that will run online. Okay. And then it is so that you'll be properly equipped to be profitable in the forex market. All right. So I wish us all the very best. God bless you. I'll see you on the next webinar. My name is Tobi Okunuga. Good night, everybody. Bye.